Hi, this is Ann Sieg, and I have a special Thanksgiving Day message for you. And I want to share some of my heritage with you to help give, for me, what is a lot of meaning to Thanksgiving. And I'm going to start by sharing a little bit of my background, my home environment that I grew up with. Here I have in my hand, these are 3 books that my mom put together. We actually have more of them. I haven't found all of them because I'm in a new home. I moved down here a year ago. I'm down in Arkansas. This is my our deck that overlooks the woods. We literally live almost virtually within a national forest. So it's very private and wonderful. We really like it. But these are some books that my mom put together. And she was an English major and became a teacher, as did my father. My father was a scientist, my mom was a literature major, but they gave me a tremendous love for learning, and especially by being able to read and to write. And my roots for that go back much deeper than I ever imagined when I found out through some research that one of my aunts did after my grandfather had died. My aunt went to Ireland and she did a little bit of research. I've got Irish on my dad's side, and she found out that I believe it is, my great-great-grandfather, he was imprisoned for his personal beliefs. Essentially, he was persecuted. And what came out of that imprisonment is he wrote a book. And I have it somewhere. I haven't found it yet since we moved, but it's in a format like this. My mom put it into a book for me and my siblings as part of passing on that heritage. And that background, those roots have become such a critical part of who I am as a person, my identity, and my relationship with people, and especially how that's come to fruition through my work, through the Renegade Network Marketer and through my company 80/20, is really helping to instill that love of learning, and beyond that, a love of personal freedom and liberty. And as that relates to being an entrepreneur, something that I'm very big on, and I educate other people to become entrepreneurs, is that hand in glove with freedom comes self-responsibility, or what I like to call self-governance, that ability to govern over yourself, so that you don't need to have people come in and govern over you or take care of you. Because as this relates to the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday, is I would just soon do without all the wonderful food, as much as I love it, if it meant me giving up my freedoms. My freedoms are far too precious to give away, especially if someone gives me something, provides for me certain things, especially I'll have to say in the form of government handouts and such. I say thanks but no thanks. I'd rather be poor and free than be beholden to any governing body that then is able to come in and take greater control of my life. I don't want it. I will take on that level of self-responsibility and self-governance that comes with becoming a free people. So I want to share that with you. I also want to share with you, as it relates to my parents and the love of learning that they instilled in me, is I opened up a very special book blog. It's called the Renegade Book Study, and it is actually dedicated to my parents. Growing up, they had a home study club. It was called Home Study Group, and they had a group of people that they would take turns selecting books. They would read the books and then discuss them, and that's the home environment I grew up in. It was a very open platform to read different books and then be able to have a healthy exchange, a healthy dialogue over those books. And so these are a handful of the books that we've gone through so far. This one was really the foundation, the primer. It was the book I read that inspired me to create that blog. It's called The Go-Giver. And it's really, it's about receiving and giving. My parents gave to me, and now I, in return, give back to others through the great love that they gave me in my growing up years. I also want to share with you, this is kind of fun and very important. This is a stack of cards that I have received over the last year or two. And I saved them. I actually have more stacks of cards just like this. Right now I have my fireplace mantle is covered with cards, greeting cards that I've received from people. And so I thank people who have sent me those, if you are one of those folks that have sent me a card. Here too, tied in with Thanksgiving, I also get personal handwritten notes. And I probably have received more personal handwritten notes from this lady than anybody else. Her name is Alicia Bosley. And in fact, this is one I just received yesterday from her. Seems I get like 2 or 3 a week from her. And I want to ask you to think about something for a moment, I should say. And all of her cards are filled with love, appreciation, and thanksgiving. And my question for you is, as it relates to success, what role do you think the character attribute of a grateful spirit has to do with successful living? Quick disclaimer here, I know everyone defines success differently. Most people, when you say success, bunch of dollar bills go, just popping across the screen, and big house and fast car and all this kind of thing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you look back at your life and have no regrets. Where did you put your time? For myself, as I define success, and I'm not kidding anybody, money does formulate into that. But more importantly, hands down, without a shadow of a doubt, it is my relationship with people. I've been happily married to the same man, same wonderful man, for 26 years. I homeschooled my children, 3 boys, for 12 years. I was wonderfully blessed and privileged, had the freedom to be able to do that. I run and operate my own company, my own business is at a global scale. I reach people across the world. I've worked with blind and deaf people who don't have all that I have as far as the senses, and really wanting to be grateful for everything that I have. And so my question for you, or my exhortation, as you celebrate your Thanksgiving, is to spend a little bit of quiet time reflecting on what you're grateful for. As they say, counting your blessings one by one, and seeing what that does for you to have a more successful, fruitful, abundant life. So thank you for listening to my message, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. Have a blessed day.